What's up, bodybuilding fans? Dave Palumbo here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about one incredible bodybuilder by the name of Vince Taylor. That's right, the Terminator himself, the man who innovated that first Terminator routine that we saw on a bodybuilding stage that just rocked the world. I mean, no one had ever done anything like this back in the day. I mean, Vince rocked that routine probably at the Arnold. He did it at the Olympia a couple times, and people just couldn't get enough of it. I mean, it was... Remember, there was no software you can go online and create your own music. You had to go to a DJ essentially and have him put the music together with the sound effects. And so it wasn't so easy to do that. And even if you could do it, you had to be able to, do something creative. And he was the first guy to really innovate that. And then guys like Kamali kind of followed with his own version of the Terminator routine. But Vince was the first guy to do it and really bring down the house and really create what I would call entertaining posing. I mean, there was always guys that had great ability to emote emotion in their routines and show beautiful lines and beautiful posing. Vince was able to do that. He was able to dance. He was able to just entertain. And that's really what I think, took the posing routine to the next level. Plus, Vince had a crazy routine. I mean, his physique was just off the charts back then. He had some of the best arms in bodybuilding probably at the time. His legs were good. They weren't, his best body part, but they were good. And his chest was great. He had a great back. But it's just the way he presented himself, I think, really elevated his physique to the next level. Obviously, he won the Arnold Classic, which really put him up there in the elite air at that point. And I think a lot of people thought that he was possibly going to be a guy to challenge for the Olympia. He had a couple of mishaps at the Olympia. The one year he came in where he damaged his eye and he had the eye patch on. I think that really threw him off. That was really the year that people thought that Vince was going to come in and win the Olympia. But what's more amazing probably about Vince than anything is his longevity in the sport. If you remember, he made a comeback in his 50s. And I would say that's probably the most successful comeback of any pro bodybuilder at that age. People talking about Levrone and Wheeler coming back and a couple of the other guys who try to come back after extended layoffs. And no one did it as good as Vince. People just forgot. Vince was so good. I mean, he qualified for the Olympia at 50-something years old. He was so good that people just forgot how old he was, I think. Plus, don't forget, he won several Masters Olympia titles at 40, at over 40, I should say, and then at over 50. So Vince has been doing it for decades. And if you look at some of his pictures nowadays at over 60 years old, I mean, he's incredible still. He's a guy that I wouldn't be shocked if he made a comeback at some point. They do have some of these pro masters events now that are over 60, these age categories. I'd be scared if I were some of these guys seeing Vince. He's still got the arms and the chest and the shoulders, and I'm sure his legs are not bad either. I mean, I've seen him. I mean, you can see some of these pictures and some of this video I put up. He's unbelievable, and he's got those Vince Taylor grips, which I have them at my home. They're amazing. I use them on my machines. I have a AFS. Cable crossover, try to apparatus, and I do all my arm movements with those things. They're amazing. So Vince, you're a legend. You really influenced a lot of people. I know you had a big influence on my career coming up, and you're still doing it strong after all these years, which just shows you got the passion for bodybuilding. You never lost it. Keep it up, man. We love you.